rampant confidence.
It's like, do you remember in elementary school when there would be like an assignment that's like, describe the person that you look up to the most? Or like, who in your life do you admire? I have
Hmm.
several examples where I list myself, and I'm like 7 years old. I was like, nah, it's me, babe. It's me.
Maybe I'm recording this episode with the wrong person.
Listen, I have been humbled over time. I have been humbled by the algorithm. I have been humbled by like the quantification of people's enjoyment, and which I think is a good thing. It's sort of inevitable now that I look at my peers and you can see it's like, here's the book sales, here's the likes, here's the shares, here's the subscribers, here's the follows, and there's these quantifiable numbers that don't really tell you how good the work is, but to a degree they're like, well, people like this. And there's work out there where I know it's objectively bad and yet people love it. There is this book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and it
Hmm.
is it is a bad book. It's a bad book. This is like the kind of advice you give to a friend over coffee where you're like, pull your shit together. Like, just care less. And he wrote a whole book about it. And I read an excerpt of that book like a decade ago when it came out. And I was like, this is not inspiring writing. And it sold millions and millions and millions and millions of copies. So now, whenever I feel like an imposter, I'm just like, babe, it doesn't matter. Like, your writing could be bad, it could be excellent. And at the end of the day, it kind of comes out in the wash. You might make it, you might not. Doesn't matter. So that's usually my own pep talk to me when I'm feeling shitty. Which I don't know if that works for you.
And I was going to say, how often does that happen for you?
I think weekly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm publishing weekly, and so there's always this element of like, wow, cool. I'm terrible. No one likes anything that I do. What an embarrassment I am putting myself out there. How shameful. And then I move on with my day, you know?